Now, I know you're already thinking, here's some guru on my screen telling me how I'm going to make $1 billion, jillion dollars with SMMA in the next 30 days. It's going to be completely passive. You don't need to know anything. You're going to sign 5 clients at $2K a month and make $10K a month. It's going to be completely guaranteed. And it's not. And I'm going to prove to you it's not by showing you literally my agency that I'm running right now. I'm going to show you how much money it's making, what the sales process is, what my profit margins are, how I'm getting clients, how I'm fulfilling for my clients, literally everything. And so this is my agency, Achilles Advertising. We're in the solar and HVAC niche. And in the past 22 days, today's January 22nd when I'm recording this, we've done $141,000. And for a little bit more proof, like I said, we're in HVAC and solar. There's our website, our VSL, and everything like this. And here's one of my other agencies that I'm partners in. I have a little bit of equity in. It's called M&M Solar Consulting. Again, in the solar niche, hit $75K in November of last year. Now we're approaching $100,000 months. We got a deal, $20,000 deal. This is Jacob. This is me. We met up in Tulum, and this is one of the partners there, Arjun. So in this video, I'm going to show you step by step exactly how you can scale your agency to $50K a month in profit. And it's not going to be flashy, right? There's not going to be any dopamine edits or any crazy things like that. But if you can actually lock in and pay attention, right, for a 15 to 20 minute video with no edits, then I guarantee you by the end of this video, you're going to have clarity and actionable steps on what to do to scale your agency and be profitable. Now, number one, first thing we got to cover when it comes to the agency is the niche. Now, people say you don't need to niche down, right? Not that you don't need to have one niche that your agency focuses in and specializes in. I think opposite, and I would say most people that have successful agencies always have a niche. And the reason why that is, right? People are always telling you niche, 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 but why? Think of a heart surgeon, right? And think of a nurse. So a nurse, right? They're good at everything, right? Let's say they're good at everything, right? They can do pretty much anything, and like they know a little bit about this, a little bit about that, and they get paid what, like 80 grand a year, right? Which is not bad, right? Nurses make a decent income. But a heart surgeon, they are really good at heart surgery. That's it. And they can save lives. And if somebody has a problem with their heart, they're going to go to that heart surgeon and they're going to pay a big ass price for it because their skill commands that price. And so we want to be the type of person where we are known for one type of thing and one type of thing only, especially at the beginning. Now, when we start to scale and when we need to find more clients, like we can kind of niche out a little bit and try and push our niche out. But at the beginning, you can hit 100K months by literally just like having one niche. Now, requirements for your niche, let's say if you don't have one, you're thinking of changing it or something like that, there's only a few. Number one, rich, right? They have money to give you. Number two, there's a decent amount of them, right? Literally a decent amount. Doesn't have to be bazillions of them, but there has to be enough where you can sell to. Number three, it's a bonus if you know about the niche, because you're going to have to learn about it. People think that they don't have to know about the niche. You're going to have to become an expert. You're going to literally have to know everything about your niche. You're going to have to become one of them or else you're never going to scale. You're going to have to learn your niche like the back of your fucking hand. You're going to have to know everything about them, literally everything. Now, my favorite niches used to be red ocean niches, which red ocean niches basically means that a red ocean is somewhere that's super saturated, meaning there's a lot of people in that market. Now, I liked these niches because basically you would go into them and there'd be a bunch of proven stuff that you could just copy and just try and make it a little bit better than them, and you would scale your agency. Now I like blue ocean niches, which would mean a niche that like not many people are in, right? Or a red ocean niche, with a blue ocean offer, which basically just means, well, you're going to have to be better. You don't go into a business, right? And this is a big mistake that I thought at the beginning. You don't go into business and then you're all of a sudden just better than everybody, right? You're going to have to be better at something and you're going to have to be new. So do you want to be new by finding a new niche that not many people are in and being better there? So basically, let's say roofing is a really saturated niche. So if you were to go into a niche that no one knew, let's just tree installation, tree removal, tree removal. And you were to take everything that worked in roofing and take it to tree removal, that would work really well, right? Because obviously like that niche tree removal hasn't seen any of those offers yet, hasn't seen any of those methodologies. And so basically like it would work well, like I said. Or you could go to a niche like a roofing and find an offer that works and make it new. So you're gonna have to be new and better, but can you be new and better in that blue ocean niche, or can you be new and better in that red ocean niche? And that's for you to decide which one's easier. Number two is gonna be the offer. So the offer that we've ran and the offer that I like the most right now, and pretty much every niche universally, is pay per appointment, right? With a setup fee, or prepay appointments with no ad spend. So let me explain both of these. Pay per appointment with a setup fee, basically they're only paying per appointment. So let's say I was like, hey, John, pay me $3,000 up front and then $150 per appointment. Now, the reason I like this is I'll kind of show you this diagram I made down here. When it's the traditional retainer model, so let's say someone's just charging $2K a month, the price is always flat. When I say flat, it's not variable. It's $2,000 a month, obviously, because that's what you charge. But the value that you provide is always different. So month one, let's just say you provide a shit ton of value. They make a shit ton of money. Month two, you provide no value. People pay when they get more value than they pay for. You don't pay for something when you're getting less value than you pay for. You wouldn't pay someone $2,000 and then you only make $1,000. It doesn't make sense unless you're getting value in other areas like knowledge or connections, right? But you only pay for something when you get more value than what you perceive that you're paying for, right? The moment they get less value than what they pay for, they churn. They leave, they're gone. You no longer have them as clients. You no longer have that 2K a month retainer. But when you're charging this pay per appointment model, what you charge is variable as well as what the value you provide is. So let's say month one, provide this much value, but you also get paid this much. Month two, yeah, you provide this much value, but you also get paid that much, right? So it makes sense. And I know you're probably thinking, well, Cole, like, I don't want to get paid less one month. Well, first off, motherfucker, you didn't do a good job. You shouldn't get paid. But second off, if they churn as clients, then you're fucked. You never get paid from them again. But if you charge them less that month, then the month after you have a bounce back to, again, get paid a lot, right? So one bad month isn't going to define your relationship with the client when you're running this model. And that's what I love about it, right? Your values are directly aligned with theirs. Apologies, right? But with this model, they pay ad spend. So a good thing about this is, again, your value is aligned. And again, you're going to get cheap appointments, right? Because this is a good offer, right? You only pay per appointment. It's not like, oh, it's a better offer. Just flat out, you're not going to have to pay a retainer where you pay the same amount and I could fuck you over. Like, you're going to pay what I help you get, which is how an agency should be, at least in my eyes. Now, number two, you can offer prepaid appointments. So it's like, again, it's like still pay per appointment, but you just prepay them. So instead of being like, you pay $200 after I deliver every appointment, every Friday, let's just say. I got you 7 appointments this week, boom, $1,400 this week. Instead, it would be like, okay, I'm going to charge you $300 per appointment, and let's just do the first 20 appointments prepaid. But this just allows it to be a very like transactional sale of just like, you pay me $2,000 or $4,000, I give you 20 appointments, right? It's like literally just like, you pay Y, you get X. It's the same thing. This water bottle costs this much. Do you want it or do you not? And then with this model, we did something called we ran a model with no ad spend. So it was a different fulfillment model where instead of running Facebook ads, we did a call center, basically dropped our clients' cost per acquisition, got us way better results because Facebook ads and the niches that we were in so saturated and weren't really working. And so we made that pivot, was really good for our clients and our front end marketing. Now there's 4 different types of outreach. Hormozi talks about this all the time. There's going to be warm outreach. That would be reaching out to somebody that you know or knows you, right? It's warm. Cold outreach would be reaching out to someone who has no idea who you are, maybe a stranger on the internet, someone on Facebook, someone cold calling someone or anything like that. Post content, paid ads, running paid ads on social media. You guys are running agencies, you should know what that means. Now, an example of cold outreach would be like cold SMS, cold calls, like I said, and then example of paid ads would just be like Instagram and Facebook. Now, when you decide which one you want to do, I would say Instagram and Facebook ads are going to be the fastest. You're going to get the fastest results, even if you don't know like what to do. Like, you're going to be able to figure it out. You're going to get the fastest results. You're going to get the best results. It is going to be expensive. So you're either going to pay with time or money, right? It depends. Do you want to learn faster and pay with money and learn like what works in your industry, or do you want to learn with time and make cold calls? Like, the choice is yours. Every time I was willing to pay with money though. That's the reason why people scale as fast as they do. Next is getting leads and booking calls. No matter what the outreach type you pick, these are something in like marketing principles that you're going to have to keep in mind forever. When it comes to the market, like 100% of the market that like is even a potential to buy, this is kind of how it's broken down. And every time we're putting marketing out there, so sending a text blast, cold calling, putting an ad up, we have to be conscious of this. 4% of the market is called in market, which basically means they're in the market to buy something, right? They're in the market aware that they have a problem and they're looking for a solution. So it would be someone literally being like, I'm just booking calls with agencies. I'm just trying to find which is the best one and then I'm gonna go with them. In market, 30% of the market is needs convinced. So this part obviously just fucking needs to be convinced that they should actually buy it, right? They need to be convinced that they actually need it. Another 30% is mass market. These people are like, I'm not actively making a decision, but I'm not against buying something. Another 30% is just never buying shit. There's just those types of people who comment, nice try, Diddy. Basically, we want to be targeting this 4% of people in market. And the reason for that is like, these guys can be closed. It's just more expensive. So like when we're just prioritizing hitting like 30K a month, 40K a month, like all we need is 20 people max. 10 probably. So like we can find 10 to 20 people in this 4%. We can find fucking 500 people in that 4%. And that's where people are going to be the cheapest. So that's when we do something called direct response. So direct response is going to be a direct offer, which basically is like the pay per appointment thing, or a lot of the ads you probably see, or a lot of the cold outreach you've been doing is like, I'm going to bring you clients and I'm going to guarantee you XYZ. I'm going to guarantee, or I'm going to bring you appointments and you only pay me per appointment. That's the offer. So all we're doing is showing that to these people and being like, do you want it? Yes or no? And that's the most simple, scalable way, paid advertising or cold outreach, right? So like I said, you only need 20 people to be profiting that much. The name of the game is how many people can we get paying us 3 to 5K a month. So like I said, we don't need to tap into any part of the market except in market. These people are possible to close, but it's honestly just a waste of our time. Now, direct response advertising, like I just mentioned, is targeting that 3%, right? Or that 4% of the market that's in a buying pocket right now. That's literally like, I am buying something right now. Is it going to be from you or is it going to be from you, right? So like I said, we only need to play in that 3%. Your dream life is literally 20 people away. Literally, we need 20 active people paying us, 20 people we're providing a good ass service to. That's all that, like, we're 20 people away from our dream life. Like I said, kind of talked about this just a second ago, but all it is like this ad is a great example. Roofers, pay per closed job, $500 flat fee. So it's like, roofers, do you want this offer? Yes. Click the link on the ad. No, don't click the link on the ad, right? But if you've ever seen an ad from somebody like Hermosi where it's like, download this free game plan scaling workbook, and this is just what I want you guys to understand so you can start to analyze what these marketers are doing, and so you can be conscious and just like kind of study. When Hermosi's doing that, he's targeting these 30% of these 60% of the people who aren't in market, people who are just looking for free stuff or are gonna buy one day, but just not today. And what I need you guys to realize is like, this needs convinced part of the market can be convinced at any time. So you can pull someone to in market, and somebody can be pulled depending on their circumstances. So let's say somebody's like, they're just some dude who has his HVAC company and he's kind of wandering around and he's doing this and he's doing that, and then his wife divorces him and he gets some crazy amount of fucking motivation to go make a shit ton of money. Now he's in the buying pocket. So people are moving all the time, right? They're moving to different parts, like buying stages, right? And so, like I said, this is, do you want to offer? Yes, reply. No, don't reply. And it's the same thing with any type of lead gen, whether you're doing cold calls, whether you're doing SMS blasts. Now, obviously there's different nuances depending on what type of advertising you're doing and where you're advertising, but wherever you're doing, it's pretty much the same. We're just going to put an offer in front of somebody's face and see if they want it or not. Now, the other type of marketing that I was just talking about is going to be value first marketing. So value first marketing is going to be what I talked about with Hermosi, right? It's going to be going after mass market and needs the convinced part of the market, those 60%. Now, there's a lower return on ad spend here. So less people are going to book calls because they need to be convinced, or they're mass market, they're not in that buying pocket, and there's going to be a longer sales cycle because, like I said, we need to move them from needs convinced to in market. But this is only used in cases where it's needed, right? Like you physically, there aren't enough clients for you in the in market phase, and so you need to pull them down. That's when we'll use this. Like it's not as profitable. So what this would be is just value first, so like a lead magnet, but like Hermosi will do, if you guys have seen his ads. So like, oh, click this free thing below, click to download this free thing. So we're leading with value. They're getting value from us first. So now we're trying to convince them that when they are going to buy something, they come and buy from us rather than everyone else, because we already gave them value first. And if the value is good, they're going to be like, oh, their value was really good. I can only imagine what their paid thing would be like. You know what I mean? With this, we can remarket with a direct offer, which I'm coming out with a video with soon, but I don't want you guys to worry about that right now, because literally just play with the direct response in that in-market part of the buying. But I don't want you guys to worry about that right now, because all we need, like I said, is that 4% of the market that is ready to buy right now. Basically, in essence, this value funnel is going to get you more leads at a cheaper price because they're getting something for free, but less people are going to convert because not all of them want to buy something right now. Something else I want you guys to think about is buying personas. So within the market that we're talking about right now, there's so many different buying personas, right? There's even more than this. So many, right? And so all I mean by this is literally this one dude over here, he owns this HVAC company and he runs ads already. He runs his own ads. They're not doing perfect. They're not doing bad, and he's pretty content. And so maybe this guy needs to be convinced that his ads aren't the best and there are ads that are better. There's also this guy, he's closing one job a month with referrals. He has a friend that got scammed by a marketing agency. So he hates marketing agencies. And then there's this one dude over here that's closing 10 deals a month. He works with agencies. He loves agencies. He likes sports and he thinks Facebook ads are the shit. Then there's this other guy over here who's doing 20 jobs a month and he door knocks and he hates digital advertising because he's like, face-to-face is the best way to scale. So every time that you put a marketing messages out, you're not targeting everybody. You're targeting one buying persona, right? You can hit 50K a month just targeting people doing 20 jobs a month that are door knocking, right? There's so much fucking like TAM for everybody. So like every time you're putting a text blast out or an ad out, like you need to be conscious of this. What buying persona are you going after? And what buying persona do you want to be going after? Do you want to be going after this dude? Or do you want to be going after this dude? Or do you want to be going after this dude? And there's going to be people in the market that are closing 10 deals a month and hate sports, right? So in an ad, you could literally put a basketball hoop in there. I heard Ty Lopez doing that. Literally put a basketball hoop and a dog in one of his ads because he wanted to be targeting people who like those things. And they're going to see those things, they're going to relate to those things, and they're going to be more likely to stay on that ad. And so Facebook also is going to be able to target those people more. And I'm going off on a tangent here, but it's going to be able to target those people more, and it's going to be able to target those people better. Facebook knows if this person likes dogs because they see on their reels that there's dogs all everywhere. There's German Shepherds all over the fucking feed. Each message is going to resonate with a different person, is what I just want you guys to keep in mind. A few other things that I want to keep in mind about agencies is most people got it all wrong. Most people and most gurus are literally telling you just need to close more clients, close more clients, close more clients, book more calls, close more clients. And now that is true. You are going to need to close clients if you want a successful agency. But the name of the game to me is how many people can I deliver an amazing service to that pay me 3 to 10K a month after month, over and over again. If your clients are playing you once, you're going to have to go chase clients for the rest of your life. And then you're back in the stage one of you basically have a job and you have no guaranteed income, and it's pretty much worse than a 9 to 5. And so that's the last thing I want. If you want to build an agency that's actually desirable, how many people can we have that pay us 3 to 10K a month that we deliver an amazing service for, that would never leave us, that we build good relationships with? You know how amazing that sounds. You know next month how much money you're going to make. And so if you have a bad product, if you can't deliver a good service, you're not going to make any money. If Apple's phones were bad, they wouldn't make money. If Amazon had a bad product, no one would buy from them. If Puma shit was bad, no one would buy shit. I don't know why I didn't use that example, but if Rolex watches were poor, had poor marketing and everything like that, no one would buy to them. So good product and bad marketing, you're still going to make money, right? But if you have a bad product and good marketing, you'll be broke. And so you can't get stuck on perfecting the product, right? Because the more clients you have, the better product you're going to have, because the more experience you're going to get. And so there's a fine line between, okay, let's not oversell, but let's get clients, let's get a good product so that we can build a good profitable agency. Yeah, so people are overcomplicating the game a lot. I think they got it all wrong, but I hope you all enjoyed the video. As always, if it did, click subscribe below, helps me a bunch, and I'll see you guys soon.